What's up, people? This is That History Teacher 76, and today we're gonna stay up late and wake up early, because that's how I like to party. I don't even party. I don't know why I said that. I'm just gonna be making breakfast right now. That's right, people. I'm gonna be making breakfast, but not just any breakfast. I'm gonna be making one of the favorite meals of none other than America's first president, America's general during the American Revolution, none other than Mr. George Washington. We're gonna be making one of his favorite meals of all time, which are hoecakes. It's basically just like a pancake. That's about it. But let's talk a little bit about George Washington before we start making this. I mean, from the top, he was a really interesting guy. I mean, I don't think you could be president without being a little interesting. But what was interesting about George Washington is he was basically like molded to be a politician. And what I mean by that is from a young age, there's actually like a family that kind of invested in his family. George Washington's father passed away when George Washington was quite young. So then one of their neighbors basically just like funded his education and his future and all that stuff. And it worked pretty well, you know, when George Washington was younger and before America was America and it was England's colonies. He was a pretty notable person in the French and Indian War. I forget his actual title, but he was in charge of a group of soldiers. There's also a lot of interesting folk stories in America about him, right? Like he chopped down a cherry tree with one swipe. And then he told the truth. He told his dad that he did it because he can't lie. And then apparently, at some point in the American Revolution, there was some soldiers who were fighting, got into a scuffle, and George Washington walked over and he picked up both of them, fully grown adults, both of them, one hand each, and like separated them. And of course the teeth, the wooden teeth, you know. Sadly, the real story about his teeth is far worse. The teeth. But in reality, Washington was a super serious guy. In most paintings of George Washington, he's usually seen very stoic, not smiling, and that was intentional. The teeth did play a role because he had some pretty messed up teeth. The teeth. But also, you know, he did that intentionally because he wanted to look really stoic. Early in the American Revolution, he also really didn't speak too highly of the American soldiers because they weren't disciplined yet, right? They weren't like a regimented army yet. They were more of a militia, and he didn't really like that. He was always really upset about that, and he would openly write about it in his letters. Also, one of my favorite stories, this was after the American Revolution when America won. And he was at some party and there was all these politicians there. And I guess Hamilton encouraged another politician to go and like act really friendly with him. So this guy walked over and like pat him on the shoulder and he's like, "George, how are you?" And supposedly in the middle of the party, you know, it was like record skip. George Washington looked at the guy, took his hand off his shoulder and stepped back and just stared at him until he walked away. I mean, that's just hilarious, right? Like, such a bizarre thing to do, but also, you know, I mean, if you're a pretty serious guy, I don't think that you would like someone just coming up and patting you on the back like that. So I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in that situation. Ouch. Anyways, let's start cooking. Let's make those hoecakes, man. This recipe comes from the Mount Vernon website, which is George Washington's former home. And it's actually pretty easy. Like if you thought the mac and cheese video was impressive, wait until you see this one. This one's gonna be even easier. The only part that might throw me off a little bit is this right here. Active yeast, active dry yeast. But that's okay, we're gonna figure this out. All right, so here's the recipe from the Mount Vernon website. We have half a teaspoon of active dry yeast, 2.5 cups of white cornmeal divided, 3 to 4 cups lukewarm water, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 large egg lightly beaten, melted butter for drizzling and serving, and honey or maple syrup for serving. Traditionally, Washington used honey, so I'm gonna try honey tomorrow. And honestly, like this is just a pancake, but instead of milk, they use water, and they're missing sugar. And that's what it is. It's probably just gonna be like a nice breakfast pastry, and the honey will make it a little sweet. And I'll try maple syrup too. But what I'm gonna do tonight is part 1, and then tomorrow I'm gonna wake up early and finish it off. But this is a really easy recipe, and that's because I'm a dad, and you know what my dadly duty is? Basically every weekend, I'm making breakfast. I'm making pancakes, waffles, or French toast. And so you're in my kitchen right now, and this is my specialty. All right, there's 1 1/4, and there's half. I mix it up. Make sure that those two things get together. And here's 1 cup of water. And now I just mix it up until I get a pancake batter. And if I have to, I just add half a cup more water. Excuse me while I mix. I have to come clean. The recipe asked for white cornmeal, and I got yellow. But I couldn't find white cornmeal at the grocery store. I didn't know where to find it. And it's like, how different could they possibly be? What's the difference between white and yellow? I guess we'll find out. All right, so I mixed it up. It's a little watery, I think, but maybe overnight that'll change. So I put some plastic wrap in it. I'm gonna put it in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow we're gonna bust this bad boy open and make some hoe cakes for breakfast. All right, guys, we're back. Like I said, it's early in the morning, still wearing the same shirt. My baby did not sleep well. My dog did not sleep well. So I did not sleep well. But you know what? We're gonna commit and we're gonna make these hoe cakes. Let me get these things out of the fridge. Okay, it's time for the reveal. I think there's too much water. It's so watery. I don't know how this is gonna look today, but we're gonna give it a try, okay? We're gonna finish up this recipe. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit and then cook them and see how it goes. Okay, first I add egg and salt. Coffee break. All right, this final part, I'm supposed to add some more water while adding this slowly. But the thing is there's already a lot of water. So I'm gonna add the water after. So I'm gonna do 1.25 cups more of the cornmeal, and then I'm gonna add the water if I have to. And so let's do this part, and then we let it sit for 20 minutes, and then we make some hoe cakes. Okay, I'm not liking this. It's the consistency is all weird, and it smells. Maybe I'm having flashbacks to last night, but it smells like a stinky diaper. Why? I mean, I've only made 2 so far. Why are the president's meals so stinky? Thomas Jefferson's mac and cheese, George Washington's hoe cakes. Oh, I got a whiff. Oh, these guys did not know how to cook. I don't know, and now it's all chunky. I guess I'll add a little bit more water. And then I'll let it sit. It stinks. I've stirred it as best I could. I added a little bit more water. Still a little runny. I cover it with a towel. I'm gonna leave it there for about 20 minutes, take a shower, and get ready for work. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, we're back. Let's check out what's under the towel. Looks and smells about the same. Let's get this stuff on the frying pan, and we're gonna make some hoe cakes. All right, this part's gonna be a little tricky because I'm not completely sure how to transport it, because it seems a little runny to me, but I guess I'll just scoop it out and let it cook. Got it on a medium heat. Medium to low, that's how I cook. Low and slow. It scoops weird. As the pancake maker of this house, it scoops not like a pancake. It feels to me like it didn't absorb the water correctly. And now I'm dealing with whatever this is. And then what I'm gonna be dealing with next is what I'm gonna have to eat for breakfast. Because I don't think this is gonna be very edible. I just flipped the pancakes. It's not looking good. They like broke apart. Somewhere along the way, the binding agent, I'm using big words, the binding agent of the egg that's supposed to keep it all together didn't. It's just like a mush. It's just like a mush. I don't know enough about cooking to know where I went wrong. Maybe it was the yellow cornmeal. Maybe it was another recipe that's not that good. All right, so here we go. It actually ended up looking kind of like a pancake. And I'm putting butter on it Technically, when Washington did it, he like drizzled the butter over. It was already melted. But I gotta get going to work, so I don't know. I ain't got time for that. And also the Washington way is he liked to put honey on it. So I'm gonna put honey on it. Again, very good in cornbread, so I'm thinking that that's the strategy here. You know, you could use maple syrup if you want, but I'm gonna do it the Washington way. So let me get some honey on this. All right, here we go. I put a lot of honey on it. Apparently Washington really liked the honey. Maybe this guy had a sweet tooth, which is maybe why his teeth were so messed up. So let's go ahead and give it a try. And honestly, like, it's just basic ingredients. I feel like it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be fantastic, but I feel like it's gonna be fine. I mean, who can go wrong with butter and honey? This is fine. Woo! This is fine. It's not good. I could see why he would want to, quote, slather honey on it. Is the honey gives it some flavor. It's pretty dry. It's just like an old bread, right? There's not much flavor, which again, you know, like just like the mac and cheese, resources are limited, cooking tools are limited, so you get what you get. And this slathered in honey with some butter, this is fine. It's not bad and it's not great. But if I was in the olden times, this is something that I would have eaten for breakfast. And it's easy to make. Well, anyways, guys, I'm out of here. I gotta get going to work. I have 2 more days till summer break, baby. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. And my next one coming out, I'm actually gonna be breaking 9 years of being vegetarian. And I'm gonna make one of the favorite meals of America's 2nd president, 1st vice president, John Adams. So he liked, oh my gosh, what was it? It was like a boiled corned beef kind of meal. So I'm gonna be making some boiled corned beef. If you wanna check that out, make sure that you like, subscribe, get the notifications so that you can see it when it comes out. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.